This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In the world of autorology, few processes are as mystified and sought after as acquiring a Rolex timepiece through an authorized dealer. What once resembled a straightforward luxury transaction has morphed into an intricate dance of exclusivity, perception management, and strategic gatekeeping. The journey toward Rolex ownership no longer hinges solely on financial capacity, but is now intertwined with a boutique culture of discretion, client segmentation, and unspoken hierarchies. This system, shrouded in ambiguity, often prompts questions regarding the legitimacy of the so-called Rolex Waitlist and whether it is a legitimate tool of customer management or a calculated illusion to bolster the brand's aura of inaccessibility. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore the difference between public perception and private reality, revealing how loyalty, purchase patterns, and boutique behavior can make or break one's chances. We will also examine the role of dealer discretion, hidden client tiers, and how gray market dynamics influence allocation decisions. Please subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. A closer examination of the authorized dealer experience provides critical insight into how Rolex's retail network truly functions. The journey often begins with a desire for a model such as the Oyster Perpetual 41mm in blue, an elegant, understated reference often positioned as an accessible entry into the brand. While it lacks the high-profile status of the Daytona or GMT-Master II, demand for this configuration remains strong. Given its simplicity and lack of complications, many assume it would be easier to obtain. This belief is frequently proven inaccurate. This lack of structure underscores a key reality. The Rolex Waitlist, as popularly imagined, is largely mythical. Contrary to the belief in a formalized queue or system of chronological fairness, no such transparent structure exists. There are no unique customer identifiers, digital updates, or sequential positioning. Instead, the allocation of watches is governed by discretionary boutique decisions based on internal criteria, many of which remain undisclosed. In smaller markets, Rolex allocations to boutiques are typically sparse and sporadic. Shipments often arrive monthly, with the specific contents only confirmed shortly before delivery. Once the allocation is known, the boutique staff, often under the guidance of senior personnel, decide which clients to contact. This selection process is not based on when a request was made, but on factors such as previous interactions, perceived seriousness, and overall client value. These decisions are made quietly and without formal announcement, creating an atmosphere of selective opportunity rather than egalitarian access. Maintaining visibility within this environment becomes a strategic necessity. Regular outreach, often in the form of monthly follow-up messages, serves as a gentle reminder of ongoing interest. Communication must be measured, demonstrating persistence without bordering on intrusion. In many cases, such efforts fail to yield results. Weeks pass, and no communication is received. No updates are shared. No offers are extended. The process remains stalled in ambiguity. This dynamic reveals a deeper truth about the Rolex boutique experience. It does not function like a traditional retail transaction. Rather than serving walk-in demand, the system rewards visibility, long-term engagement, and relevance. Sales associates, working within a high-demand, low-supply environment, naturally gravitate toward clients who remain top of mind. Failure to maintain regular communication often results in one's name fading into the background, effectively resetting the pursuit. The idea that a modest purchase history will significantly influence Rolex allocation is another widespread misconception. Acquiring a $4,000 Tudor or a $1,000 luxury accessory may offer the illusion of progress, but these transactions typically lack the scale necessary to impact decision-making. Boutiques prioritize clients with robust spend histories, often six figures or more, across multiple categories. These individuals are frequently known to management personally, and their loyalty is rewarded with priority access to high-demand references, often without the need to express interest. In contrast, average collectors or first-time buyers attempting to work up to a Rolex through minor purchases find little success. Such an approach diverts funds toward items that may not be desired and often fails to improve one's standing. In most cases, it is more strategic to allocate capital directly toward the secondary market, where the desired reference can be acquired without delay. When prolonged boutique engagement yields no progress, many turn to the gray market, often regarded with suspicion yet offering a level of efficiency and certainty that authorized dealers lack. In one such case, an Explorer 39mm, discontinued and absent from retail catalogs, was acquired from a reputable secondary source. The process was transparent, efficient, and swift. The timepiece was delivered complete with documentation and authentication. The premium over retail was acknowledged but accepted as a trade-off for immediate ownership. This experience highlights the stark contrast between the two acquisition paths. The authorized dealer process, while prestigious, remains cloaked in ambiguity and unpredictability. By contrast, the gray market offers clarity, expedience, and transactional certainty. While premiums on high-demand models remain a factor, they are frequently offset by the time and frustration avoided. For many collectors, especially those seeking a specific model rather than symbolic status, the secondary market now represents a more practical and respectful use of both time and money. Moreover, the Rolex retail model stands in stark contrast to other luxury watchmakers. Consider Omega, a brand with comparable technical merit and history. Models such as the Seamaster Diver 300M are readily available at boutiques. Customers may walk in, try on various items, and complete a purchase, often with the added benefit of discounts or complimentary services. No hurdles are placed in front of buyers. No purchase histories are required. The difference in customer experience is profound. This contrast is not lost on consumers. While Rolex continues to dominate aspirational metrics, other brands offer experiences that feel more aligned with the expectations of modern luxury. Seamlessness, transparency, and fairness are qualities many consumers now prioritize, especially in transactions involving high-value items. For a brand that trades heavily on mystique and legacy, failing to evolve the retail journey may invite disillusionment among future buyers. The central question remains, does a formal Rolex waitlist exist? The accumulated evidence suggests otherwise. Rather than a linear queue, there exists a loosely defined pool of prospective clients. From this pool, boutiques select recipients of allocated pieces based on discretion and internal assessment. Presence, perceived relevance, and spending history play a greater role than the timing of initial inquiry. Remaining tethered to a single dealer often limits opportunity. Expanding contact points diversifies the odds and increases exposure to varying allocations and decision-makers. Viewing the process through the lens of business, rather than emotion, proves essential. The role of a prospective Rolex buyer is to remain prepared, visible, and ready to act if the opportunity arises. Even then, guarantees are elusive. For those disinclined to participate in this drawn-out dance, the gray market provides an increasingly acceptable alternative. While the retail to secondary price gap may vary depending on model popularity, the premium often reflects a justifiable exchange, time for certainty, particularly in cases of discontinued references or hyper or exclusive models. The secondary route is no longer merely a backup plan is, in many instances, the only realistic path. The current Rolex boutique ecosystem rewards the affluent, the connected, and the tenacious. Clients with deep spending histories, long-standing relationships, and strategic persistence are offered access. Casual enthusiasts, newcomers, and those lacking connections frequently encounter obstacles and uncertainty. The brand's continued success underscores the demand, yet the boutique journey remains at odds with the evolution of consumer expectations. At its heart, luxury should be an expression of joy, confidence, and fulfillment, not a source of frustration, ambiguity, or exclusion. The acquisition of a fine timepiece should reflect the excellence of the product, not the obscurity of the process. While Rolex continues to define desirability, its retail experience still has ground to cover, aligning with the values of the contemporary luxury consumer. Ultimately, in the realm of high-end horology, time remains the most valuable asset. Whether spent navigating boutique politics or securing a model through more direct means, the question persists: how much is that time worth? For collectors navigating this opaque world, the answer may define not just what is worn on the wrist, but how luxury itself is experienced. What are your thoughts on the topic shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.